earpiece that's in your ear explodes, removing your head from your body.
No.
Ouch.
Whoa, we lost 2 party members in like 5 minutes. Kill her next.
Maybe we should start at the beginning of our tale.
Approach it from the other side that I haven't taken damage of. And all of a sudden Vicky stops and the screen goes. Whoa. So Zen, what are you doing? You see the screens go down.
Given that I was being able to see through my mother's eyes, am I aware that this is her doing?
Well, you would have to have turned it on, or she would have had to have turned it on in order to be able to see it. You're guessing it was her doing. And then the ship itself has been shaken as if it was hit by some sort of debris.
Well, if my mother's going to commandeer the ship, then she's going to get us all killed. So I'm a little bit at a loss. I'm not sure what I would do about that at the moment.
Do you want to hold or skip or?
Yeah, I'm going to hold off for the moment to try and think of something to do, because if she's deactivated Vicky, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get it back on if I kill her. I think she's just kind of killed all of us.
There's an explosion aboard the Harbinger. The lights are flickering on and off, and you hear a warning. Emergency shields failing. Atmosphere venting into space. Ship will no longer be able to support life forms in 5 minutes. All right, so now it's Nick's turn.
Nick is almost ready to go down. He wants to protect his hardy crew. So he extends one arm, wraps it around Bender style, around Asha, extends the other arm, wraps it around Joy, activates his jetpack, and over the side we go. Nick's gonna keep them behind him so that any shots coming in hit him instead of his hardy crew.
Are you okay with this maneuver? Are you fighting or?
No, because I wanted the parlay with the queen.
I'm just gonna say, you know, Nick, we might give you a lot of crap, but we really do care about you.
Aw.
Okay, I'll go with Nick.
They're listening to their captain! You see that, everybody? They're listening to their captain!
I love how
I'm
he's
talking
saying
to the camera! It's such a faux pas, but I'm doing it.
You broke the fourth wall a little bit there.
Fourth wall, poked.
Are you going willingly as well, Ashra?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going off the side.
So I was gonna contact Benny, say, hey, you coming? Cause we're hanging onto the side of the ship. And then I'm going to, I have Ash's primary user, so I'm not, I am Ash's primary user. It's been a long day.
People you got in there.
I'm Vicky's primary user, so I'm gonna see if there's anything I can do from where I'm at to get her back on board.
She's completely unresponsive.
You have to be there.
You're not getting anything that way.
Bummer.
Anything else you're doing or saying? You're basically in between the force field and the ship. You kind of guys are scraping down the side of it.
Holding on. Oh, I'm gonna activate my sucker feet. Follow up.
What a good idea. And Nick does like the Sonic the Hedgehog slide as he's holding on to his 2 hardy crew.
Somehow.
Huh?
Somehow.
Yeah. It looks great. That's why he's doing it.
Reba, excuse me, yes, Rebar.
I believe you mean Shania.
Reba uses a rebar.
Well, Reba jumps off, and so doesn't her other men, and she is hell-bent on destroying you, Nick, because hell has no fury like a woman scorned.
Oh, if you want to kill me, get in line. I got plenty of ex-girlfriends who want that.
Were they android or human?
Yes.
Oh.
One is 22, one is 16. Just tell me if any hit.
Yeah, anything above a 15 will hit.
That was a lot of rolls in your direction, my friend.
That was. Nick's only got 4 points left.
Of stamina or hit points?
Oh, resolve points.
Yeah, he's down.
I mean, I can try and heal him.
24 points of damage. Your total hit points, right? Now, does the extra damage equal your total hit points?
So right now he's at -20. His starting hit points are at 34.
34 hit points, not including stamina.
Correct.
Okay. And you're at negative what? -20. Okay. So if they keep doing damage to you, basically once you equal your hit points negative, then you die. And if you have some damage that does that all in one shot, that's called
Instant death.
basically an instant death if it doubles your hit points in reverse, if I'm remembering that right.
Right now he's unconscious though, right?
Yes.
I'm just wondering, like, if he's unconscious, if the pirates are still going to attack him because he's unconscious.
She's going to actually try to coup de grace him. All right, and so now, Tybar. You can get out the airlock, and the bleeding edge armor does have flight capabilities. So you can start flying over there. You do notice that Vicky does seem to be down. All the comm panels, like you have to manually override and open the door. You know Vicky's down because you're like, Vicky, open the door. Vicky. You can manually open the door because Vicky is not there to stop it if she wanted to, but she's also not there to open. So you know something is wrong.
I know something's wrong with Vicky, but I don't know exactly yet. But I do know my friends are in trouble and Ash is on the ship.
Yeah.
So Tyabar's going into triage mode and Ash is his priority, so he's gonna just manually open the door.
I'm your priority? Aw.
Okay, I got the roll, sorry. If you're dying and you have enough resolve points, you can spend 1/4 of your maximum resolve. So if you have 4 resolve points, you have to spend 1. If you have more than that, it's more. And that will cause you to stabilize. And then on your next turn, if you still have resolve points and you are stable, you can spend 1 resolve point at the beginning of your return to regain 1 hit point. You're no longer dying and become conscious.
That makes sense.
Wonder if Nick's season after.
How many resolve points do you have, sir?
I have 4.
You have to spend 1 to
Not die.
not die.
Indeed.
Yeah, you spend 1 to stabilize, and then on your next turn, you can spend another to regain consciousness.
Roger Dodger.
Okay, so that'll be something that you'll do on your turn.
Oh, did I get in range to attack, by the way?
You started flying over there, but they're actually pulling away. So you'll basically, next time you'll be able to do something. That's just, you're traveling there.
I'm on my way, guys!
Are you in firing range? Yes, you believe you could hit them, but that's all it's going to do is damage the ship and the thing that's protecting them from space.
Don't damage that.
Okay.
Then Joy.
So Reba, I asked for a parlay, but didn't quite get the chance to have that conversation with you.
She has Nick, and she's going, and stabbing at him and stuff.
And Nick's just flopping around as she hits him.
I'm listening, lass. I'm just a wee bit busy.
You know how you kind of want to get out of this universe? We know the way out.
Well, I might be hitching a ride as soon as I dispatch this one of your crew. This one does not live. You hear that, everybody? To the death. Nick dies no matter what.
Since he's an android, what is your definition of death?
She plays the existential card.
His AI code and body no longer exists. I will scatter them to the proverbial 4 winds. He'll be swimming in Davy Jones's locker this very night.
Do you think Reba has an off? This is telepathically. Do you think Reba has an off? Because technically she's an android. Do you think we could hack her?
Maybe next turn.
I can try.
That's our turn.
Then Xandarian.
I like where you were going with that.
I'm open to suggestions, guys. I'm kind of at a loss right here.
Your mom is evil.
Yeah, but so am I, so that's beside the point.
Well, what makes evil characters fun to play? It's like you have the Han Solo moment, right? Like he's a guy who would shoot first, right? He's a guy who would always be loyal to himself. But the reason people love Han Solo is because there's that one time when he could have just left, but instead he turned around and helped his friends. And because he did that, the galaxy was saved and that star destroyed. This is Zendarian's Han Solo moment.
It may be, but Zendarian doesn't know how to pilot, and killing my mother isn't going to do anything to get control back of the ship.
Do you have any computer skills? Can you get Vicky back online?
Nope.
Can you ask my dad to get my robot dad to get Vicky back online?
He's nowhere near robot dead.
Oh.
I don't know if you realize that I'm in the bleeding edge, which is what you kind of need to take back to your family too. And it sounds like your mom needs to take it back. I don't know.
Okay. Nope, that helps.
Maybe you can work that in with her, or you can just go cut your losses and try and ditch us. Because we're all off the ship like she wants us to be.
Well, I already know that's not gonna get us anywhere because we're all gonna be dead anyway. Mother, if you don't reinstate the AI on this ship, we're all gonna die. You may not like that. And you may not like that I don't do what you tell me all the time, but it's in your hands now. Either we're all gonna die, or you're gonna put Vicky back in command of this ship so that we can survive this. You want me to try and intimidate her?
Well, intimidate, persuade, diplomacy, whatever you feel like.
Yeah, let's do that. How about a 23?
23 for what?
For my intimidation. It's not a bluff because I believe it to be a fact. And it's not really diplomacy because I'm not negotiating. I'm telling her what she has to do.
Yeah.
Well, she goes, listen, fine, I'll bring Vicky back on. I just am finishing the firing sequence on the other ship, and then I'll get her up and running. And you hear the rockets fire, and she's firing on the cruise ship. The cruise ship takes several hits in these explosions. Then the bleeding edge armor also got hit for 14 points of damage.
Uh-oh.
But the bleeding edge armor still seems to be doing fine. Heads-up display is auto-tracking return fire. You see its guns turn back towards the Invictus.
No, we're turning that off. No, don't shoot Vicky.
And
Don't shoot Vicky.
it's calculating. It's like vulnerable spot, vulnerable spot, vulnerable spot.
Just shoot down missiles that come at me.
The warning comes on, and it goes, life support system failure in 6 seconds. Life support failure in 6 seconds. Let's see, Nick, you can give a point to stabilize.
I will
That's
do
this
so.
time.
Yeah.
Daisy.
Ashra, you doing anything?
I am going to roll 2 things. I want to stealthily try to shut down Reba.
How are you going to do that? Do you have any sort of access panel, or like a computer for that, or?
I don't have a computer on me. Would she have something on her that I'm in close enough proximity to, like, beep-a boop on? Or not really?
Not really. No.
My technology knowledge is limited.
You'd have to start trying to dismantle her to get at something, like undoing screws and panels.
Okay, so maybe I'll maneuver myself so I am, like, in front of Nick. So now I'm, like, the middle of the sandwich, and she's in one side, and Nick's on the other. I'm in the middle, so I'll take the damage.
You're an idiot sandwich.
Hit her with something.
I think she's waiting for me to negotiate.
You can't. We called for a parlay just because you want to kill Nick. This is just. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm panicking. That's a bad roll. That's an 8. Ash is kind of like me right now. She just like doesn't know how to help, but
Wants
to help. And if she, I don't know. I guess I'd hold a physical action if she tries to come for Nick. I would block and try to hit her back.
Okay, so she's ready in action.
So already in action, and then I rolled an 8 to convince her of nothing, basically.
She's unconvinced, and all the other people have attacked Nick, and you're going to try to block some of that, you said?
Yeah, or like take some of the hits for him to kind of protect him, because I still have quite a bit of health.
Well, minus 1 of the hits, so that would be 20 points of damage. Now, she's going to make an attack. She's attempting to coup de grace Nick. Like, she's going to try to stab him through his processor, right? So if you're going to try to block...
Yeah, I want to be in the way so that she can't, like, kill him.
I got a 23, and so I guess make an attack to block her attack. So you have to hit or beat a 23.
I don't know what bonus it would. Would it just be my base
your
attack
attack.
bonus?
Yeah, your melee attack.
Melee.
bonus.
Okay, 24. Because it's a +4. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I care about you.
Oh, you love Nick after all.
You don't write that down.
I'm gonna cross out one of the entries on,
Yeah, you should.
my book
I
of
just took a
grudges.
stab for you, almost.
I'll cross out the way you make decisions is why Benny assumes.
Tie bar. So now Benny's sort of pulled up alongside just about the time you're getting there, so you're a little bit faster than the shuttle, apparently, because it left before you at full speed. The problem is the force field is up,
Okay.
right? You can't get to them with the force field up. The bleeding edge armor can blow up that, but all of a sudden they're exposed to the cold and vacuum of space without any protection. And it's the same problem Benny's running into. Now, the bleeding edge armor doesn't have any room to take them in, right? Benny's cab does, but it doesn't have an airlock. You're sort of at a loss. How do you get in there?
This is a perfect problem for Tie Bar. It's technical and requires deep thinking and problem solving.
Not again.
Ow.
We never just let Tie Bar punch things.
That's what we're supposed to let him do.
I punched the keyboard. That didn't end well. But there is a door on Benny's ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Tybar is going to be like, Benny, line your ship up. I'm going to make a hole. They're going to fly into the ship.
Well, problem is, in order for me to open the hatch, all the atmosphere is going to vent out, and I'm going to be unconscious at about the same time. And then, even if they landed in, I won't be able to shut the hatch.
Does the hatch open out? Or is it like a...
It opens like this.
Yeah, because there's no airlock.
I will shut it then. I'll use the armor to... I'll have them open it up, shoot a hole into the shield so they get sucked into the ship, and then I will forcibly close it with the bleeding edge.
And if he closes it really fast, it'll trap an air bubble in there.
Can I just, give Xandarian instructions on how to fly Vicky over to us so that we can have an actual airlock and not risk our lives this way?
You're losing atmosphere, period. You're almost out of atmosphere on that ship,
Relay
period.
support ends in 6 seconds, so technically it should have already ended.
No, it's at the end of this round.
Your life supports
Okay,
are gonna already be
yeah.
gone. This is the only way I can do anything to help
Everybody
save you
hold your
guys.
breath. You calm and let us know the
All
plan?
right, Nick will hold his breath.
Shut up.
Guys, get ready. There's gonna be a big boom and you won't be able to breathe. And that's what I'm doing. I don't.
I imagine just before he does it, Joey goes, "Wait, what are you?"
So.
By the way, Benny is showing an insane level of trust.
Let's make an athletics check, because you're gonna try to sort of help guide these people in. So you have to make one athletics check for that, because they're just blowing out in different directions. And then you're gonna have to make another athletics check to try to shut the thing quick enough to not have anyone die. So let's say you're gonna have to make the first athletic check to get everyone, not too bad, you're gonna have to make a 14 in order to get everyone in and shut the door in this bleeding edge armor that's not designed to be fiddly with little buttons and stuff like that. You have to make a 17.
Okay, so the first one I make a 28,
Okay?
and the second one is a 19.
Oh,
High five! Tybar did a thing!
All the people are now within the cab, that they don't physically fit in the model, but they're in there.
Beautiful.
No limbs got chopped off when he slammed it shut.
Ash lost a finger. No.
Nick's feet got cut off in the slamming.
Nick's feet.
So he loses the
This is what happened. So Tybar gets everybody in, and then you see him pause for a second. He pulls the feet out,
He did it on purpose.
and he's like, nobody saw it.
And Nick's out, so Nick doesn't know.
And Vicky's not even up to have scanned it or anything. He's like, I totally got away with it.
And I'm just gonna push the shuttle back.
What are you gonna do with the feet?
They're floating away.
They do that thing from 2001 where they like majestically spin through space. Ba, 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 ba.
Just like the crate.
And I will purposely like make it so like the propulsors or jets or whatever from the thing will hit the boots and like singe them and like burn them and launch them really far away.
Just like the crate.
So Joy, are you doing anything?
Am I even conscious at this point? Because I lost life support.
That's right. You're not conscious, so you're gonna have to make a save in order to try to gain consciousness. So make a fortitude check, and you're gonna have to make a 14.
Got a 13.
No.
But I have a reroll.
Do you have a plot point?
There's a plot point.
But I'm just unconscious.
Yeah, you're not dying. You're unconscious.
You're just
Yeah.
unconscious.
From this maneuver, you're still gonna have to take some damage, everybody.
I just had my feet chopped off. Extra damage?
Don't give them ideas.
Take 16 points of damage, everybody, from being exposed to the sudden cold and vacuum of space.
Is Nick dead again?
Well, I mean, he's a robot.
That stuff probably is not gonna affect.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I take 16, then I'm beyond the threshold that you gave.
Xandarian, so it's your turn.
Is Vicky back online yet?
Vicky's online.
Good. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on my mother.
Yes!
Don't you have to see her?
No,
What's the range?
I can see her with the contacts that she gave me.
Okay.
Clever.
Clever girl.
Okay. Well, what's the save?
She gets a will save. Can I use a token to make her fail it?
He has tokens?
Yeah, he has tokens.
Then yes, you can.
Good. She fails it and she's held.
I think Xandarian deserves a plot point for
Vicky, is everyone in our party off of that wooden monstrosity yet?
Yes.
monstrosity.
They're in the shuttle right now, Benny's shuttle, and I'm pushing them back.
Most of us.
Most of you is in the shuttle.
Vicky comes on and goes, my scans are coming back that our crew plus a few others are on the shuttle and they're mostly unconscious, but the atmosphere is being restored by the automatic systems of the shuttle, and the bleeding edge armor piloted by Tybar seems to be kind of pushing it back.
That would be wonderful. Vicky, if you would please unload the entire broadside onto that other ship and destroy it, please.
Understood. Just waiting until the shuttle is clear, and now. And then there's a broadside. The ship is destroyed.
I do have some more things that I do want to do, but if we're still in combat, then it's everyone else's turn. But if we're done with combat, I have some things I need to do.
We are still sort of in combat, and you'll see that in a minute. Now, Nick, you can spend another point, and I believe that is to regain consciousness. And now it goes to Ashra, and so you can roll.
Nick powers back on, and is shocked. He kind of looks around. He can't believe he's not dead. And as he's booting up, there's like systems coming back online. You know, processor online. Right leg offline. Left leg offline. And then he looks down. And then you guys hear the most blood-curdling wail of absolute anguish that you have ever heard in your lives.
I'm the only one that heard it.
We're unconscious.
Man, I really committed to that bit.
You did.
You only heard it because it vibrated the shuttle, which you're holding, and it vibrated then the suit, and you sort of heard it through, so it would be muffled as it goes through, like someone screaming on the other side of
Nick's
a wall.
wail permeates throughout the cosmos and the multiverse until it reaches the Princess Bride, and that's when Inigo goes, I know that sound. That is the sound of ultimate suffering. My heart made that sound when the six-fingered man slaughtered my father.
And Tybar just smiles to himself.
That's what you get.
What am I rolling? Fortitude?
Yes.
Okay.
Math is hard with big numbers.
26. And yes, I'm counting on my fingers. 26.
So you're just waking up and you're seeing this. You're kind of in a big dog pile. You know what I mean? Nobody's neatly there and in seats and stuff like that, because it was more of a catch them, shove them, shove them, shove them, hit buttons, door shut.
It worked.
Can I notice that Nick's feet are gone and just start to giggle?
Yes, you can.
But I've heard his
Serves him right.
You doing anything else?
Nope, that's all.
That's how you respond to the suffering of others, is it?
Sure is, but I
You
saved
see
your
someone
butt.
breathing and you laugh.
Ash has a problem.
I want to say, I saved his butt.
I helped save his butt.
But nothing below his butt. I saved his butt, not his feet.
Now what happens is you feel these arms go around you.
Is this the sweet embrace of death?
Then you hear Reba going, you don't get away that easily.
Only one for you guys. She might have snuck in there. I was busy.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of
34 points of damage. The shuttle is now venting because she exploded herself around Nick. Now, since she was mostly huddled around Nick when that happened, he's going to get the brunt of it, but it's kind of contained vessel. So we'll say everyone else gets half of that. So you get basically, 17?
Does that mean Nick is deaded?
Yeah, Nick has been disassembled. The shuttle is leaking atmosphere, and so now your people are dying once again inside.
Man.
Now, Vicky flies over to shorten the distance, but everyone's going to take an additional 4 points of damage before the shuttle can get back aboard the Invictus.
I'm not down. I still have 1 point.
Now we are off initiative, and Xandarian, what would you like to do?
So, well, it seems like Vicky's already gone in the direction to go and rescue everybody, which would have been the next thing. But I'm going to step up to my mother. I'm going to remove her invisibility cloak and take that. And while she's held, I'm going to wrap my knife around her throat, and I'm going to whisper in her ear, this is what happens when you are always too hasty. You're in a rush, and you make mistakes. This is why Aunt Zeiser rejected you in the beginning. And I'm going to slit her throat.
Zarian really likes slitting throats. I applaud you, sir.
There are so many mommy issues in this game.
Right?
So many. Like, I'm just waiting, for the rest of us.
We're gonna meet Nick's mommy.
Xandarian,
The factory.
if you're hearing this message, I'm assuming it's because you've taken my life.
No. Oh no, she had a dead man switch.
I've planned for such an eventuality. I don't want you to take this personal. And if you were able to take me out, I am so very proud of you. And I will now tell you myself in the next life. And the earpiece that's in your ear so you could hear explodes, removing your head from your body.
No.
Ouch.
Whoa, we lost 2 party members in 5 minutes. Kill her next.
I should have saw that coming. That's entirely fair. That's all.
Oh, wow. Kill Chanterelle. Kill Chanterelle. Where's Chanterelle? I know, it'll be great. She'll come back next week and be like, you're dead.
No, she's fixing the
Oh,
radiation
that's right, she
leak.
died of radiation poisoning.
Oh my god.
It fits.
She rolls for radiation, and she got a nat 1. She got a nat 1. I rolled a 4.
You rolled a nat
No,
1
I rolled a
for
14
real.
and then I turned it to a 1.
So Callisto, having some medical training, mostly because she taught herself, comes rushing out and starts trying to give treatment to the various people to stabilize them. So various different pieces of equipment are going going around. She's injecting things into the heart. AEDs are going off, restarting people.
Oh, is that what the paddle things are called?
The ones that civilians use, the non-trained ones that they'll put them in warm places, are called automatic external defibrillators.
Did we see what happened to Zendarian?
No, they're up in the deck.
There's zero chance of us doing anything.
His head is removed from his body, Ash.
And my mother's was removed from hers pretty much.
Double kill.
I was gonna offer that weird pile of android parts I have in my room that Nick gave me that one time.
So Tybar will be, once he gets everybody there and Callisto's doing her thing, he's gonna talk to Vicky. Vicky, where's Zendarian? Where's her mom? Where are they at? I know things happened. What happened?
Now, I'm piecing together some information because I was offline for a few moments. But apparently, Zendarian's mother plotted to take the ship, knew where my processor was, and pulled it. I went offline. Somehow, in that time, it looks like my weapons were fired at the other ship. I was then put back online and was rebooting, and Zendarian slit the throat of his mother. A device that was activated in his ear that had a small explosive charge that seemed to be on some sort of a dead man switch. So Zendarian killed his mother, and then the mother's dead man switch destroyed him. I'm also registering irreparable damage to Nick. All other organisms should make a recovery.
Vicky, can we use the parts that Nick collected and gave me to fix him?
Fixing the body is not a problem. To make another android body or get one. The problem is who Nick is.
Oh.
Tybar's gonna go up. He'll have asked Vicky where the bodies are, and he's gonna start going up there to clean up and take what he can.
Are you looting the bodies instead of grieving for Nick?
Ew. Wow.
That might be the darkest thing you've ever done.
I love you, Brian.
Hey, Mom's got some good stuff.
I'm just saying, because I was hired, I was forced into essentially slavery with, well, I mean, I wasn't. It was because of you. I'm gonna go take what I can from them.
Not to mention Vesk soldiers are incredibly practical.
Yep. And then I'm just gonna start scrubbing.
Oh, you're gonna clean now.
Because I know Ash is not very good at looking at this kind of stuff.
Aw, you thought of me.
The only downside to all of this is now you guys don't have a connection to Zyzer to fix that debt problem.
Not exactly true. You have the body of a wanted fugitive. Somebody that the Drow know turned against them. Somebody who is exiled, and that is Zendarian's mother. Now, if you were to tell the story that she somehow assaulted him and Zendarian managed to get the best of her, but not before she was able to kill him, you can account for his death without reprisal. You have the bleeding edge armor that you could still turn into them and absolve your debt. I think this still could be salvageable.
We should probably save those bodies so we can tell them the story.
I'm still taking all the crap.
You know there's at least that invisibility cloak.
Well, I don't, because we never saw her go invisible. But
Joy knows, and Joy knows what to go look for. She's covering up. She's being a PA and covering up the families.
so are you gonna come help me up there?
Mm-hmm. But I'll do sleight of hand so you can't see what I'm recovering.
Her cloak, like her outfit that she's wearing,
Would have been draped over my arm.
you have that outfit that she was wearing draped over Zendarian's arm, and it's visible. So the whole thing is, would you have taken something that looks like a cloak and also the clothes that go with it?
You're probably looking for weapons and money. He's not looking for...
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that.
He's not looking for tech.
There is a chance that he would chop her feet off, however, because that's in character, apparently.
But I'll look at Joy and be like, so, you're gonna sweet talk our way out of this, right?
Absolutely. I got this.
Okay, good, because I don't know what to do about all this. I'm just trying to make it so Ash doesn't throw up.
Exactly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get Callisto, and we're gonna take the bodies to the medical bay and get them in stasis so they don't rot on our ship, and we're gonna turn them into House Zyzer.
Oh, Joy is really calm at a murder scene.
Uh-huh.
She's a personal assistant, man.
I make things happen.
She probably set people up for this kind of stuff, too.
Yeah, and you do know the Zais are family, so you'd actually be able to introduce yourself. Hey, remember me?
So I'm called a personal assistant, but I'm actually the cleanup guy.
That's cool.
You know how everybody knows a guy?
That guy.
Joy was
The guy.
the guy.
You know what you should do? Because she's cleaning up a crime scene, you should give her 1 gold coin. John Wick reference. Uncultured swine.
I'll have to watch them sometime.
Well, while all this is going on, and they're trying to deal with the bodies, Ash is gonna deal with Nick's feet situation. And
He's dead.
He's not. I'm putting the body back.
No, he's dead.
Well, Ash can't believe that. She's trying because she cares about her friend.
The explosion killed
She's
him.
like that guy who keeps doing CPR well after
Yeah.
the head falls off.
Nick, I can't handle it.
You know
She's
what?
upset.
Okay, and like tears are falling off of her face and landing on his lifeless frame, pinging off the metal. And she's like, "No, I refuse to give up on my captain." And the music swells and gets all.
It's not that dramatic.
It is
She
that
just
dramatic.
thinks
It's
he
my
needs-
death. It's gonna be dramatic.
It's my dad.
She just thinks he needs to be buried with feet, so she's putting feet back on him.
Why do you need to be buried with feet? Is this,
in a closet.
that's not a thing.
Feet are his whole thing. Like feet. That's. She's gonna cut her toenails and
She's
give
gonna
them to
donate
him.
a toenail. Oh my gosh, she does. Only a best friend would do that.
She's literally gonna have an android skeleton in her closet that she gives
Like an
toenails
offering
to.
at a sickly little shrine.
No.
patron?
Oh my god. I can't breathe.
And Gary's just ignoring us entirely and moving models around. Let me know when we can get back to the game, guys. Oh.
So Callisto gives Benny a hyper spray, and all of a sudden you see him get up. My ship! Oh God! Not another one! Oh! Oh! I failed you.
Benny, she's fine.
No, she's all tore up.
Do you want me to pull? Nick's dead. Like,
Oh, Nick's dead too.
Centaurian's dead too. This was a bad mission, y'all.